Struggling with your credit score? Watch this. Join Money Smart Basics as we show you how to boost your credit score fast in just 4 easy steps. By 2025, we'll be scoring high together. Let's get started. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment for more Money Smart Basics videos. Stay until the end to receive a bonus tip. If you have any suggestions for financial literacy topics for our next video, please leave a comment. What's up, everybody? It's Alfonso Brooks Bay with Money Smart Basics. Now, building credit is one of the most important things you can do for your financial health. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. A high credit score can be your ticket to landing that dream apartment, getting approved for the best credit cards with amazing rewards, and even snagging a lower interest rate on a loan, which can save you thousands of dollars over time. A lot of people think building credit takes years, but that's not always the case. If you know the right moves, you can actually boost your credit score significantly in a much shorter time frame. In this video, I'm breaking down 4 easy, actionable tips that you can start using today to improve your credit score by 2025. Let's get right to it. Alright, let's dive into the first tip, which is using your credit card every month. Now, before you go charging up a storm, hear me out. The key here is to use your credit card strategically and responsibly. Your payment history is the biggest factor influencing your credit score. Think of it like this. Every time you borrow money, whether it's with a credit card or a loan, you're essentially promising to pay it back by a certain date. When you consistently make those payments on time, you build a positive payment history, which shows lenders that you're reliable. The easiest way to build this positive history is to use your credit card for a small purchase at least once a month, something you know you can pay off in full. This could be as simple as grabbing your morning coffee, filling up your gas tank, or even paying for your Netflix subscription. Then when the bill comes, pay it off in full before the due date. I cannot stress this enough, pay it in full. This is crucial because when you pay your balance in full each month, you avoid paying any interest. That's right, you get all the benefits of using credit without the downside of racking up interest charges. It's like getting a free loan from the credit card company. And here's a pro tip. Use a cashback credit card for these everyday purchases. This way, you're not only building your credit but also earning rewards on your spending. It's a win-win situation. Every time you make an on-time payment, the credit card issuer reports this positive activity to the credit bureaus. And over time, these consistent on-time payments will start to boost your credit score. Remember, consistency is key. Make it a habit to use your credit card for small purchases and pay it off in full every single month. This simple action can have a significant impact on your credit score over time. Now let's move on to the second tip, which is paying down your credit card balances. This one goes hand in hand with the first tip. Remember how we talked about credit utilization? Well, this is where it comes into play. Your credit utilization ratio is the second most important factor that affects your credit score, right after your payment history. Basically, it's the amount of credit you're using compared to your total available credit. Think of it like this. You have a credit card with a $10,000 credit limit, and you've currently got a $5,000 balance on it. That means your credit utilization is 50%. You're using half of the credit that's available to you. Now here's the thing. Credit scoring models generally view high credit utilization as risky. Why? Because it can signal to lenders that you're relying heavily on credit and might be overextended financially. As a general rule of thumb, you want to keep your credit utilization below 30%, ideally even lower than that. The lower your credit utilization, the better it is for your credit score. So, how do you lower your credit utilization? Well, the most straightforward way is to pay down your credit card balances. If you're carrying a large balance, focus on making more than the minimum payment each month. Even a little extra can make a big difference over time. Create a budget for yourself, track your spending, and see where you can cut back to free up some extra cash to put towards your credit card debt. The faster you can pay down those balances, the faster you'll see a positive impact on your credit utilization and, ultimately, your credit score. Chapter 3. The Credit Limit Increase Trick. Now, for those of you who want to boost your credit score even faster, here's a pro tip: request a credit limit increase. This is a strategy that a lot of people overlook, but it can be incredibly effective. Remember how we talked about credit utilization being the ratio of your credit card balances to your credit limits? Well, when you increase your credit limits, you're essentially lowering that ratio without actually paying down your balances. Let's go back to our previous example. You have a $10,000 credit limit and a $5,000 balance, resulting in a 50% credit utilization ratio. Now, imagine you request a credit limit increase and your credit card issuer bumps up your limit to $15,000. Suddenly, your credit utilization drops to 33%, a significant improvement. And the best part is, you didn't even have to pay down a single dollar of your balance to achieve this. Requesting a credit limit increase is usually a pretty straightforward process. You can often do it online through your credit card issuer's website or by giving them a quick call. They might ask you a few questions about your income and expenses, but as long as you've been managing your credit responsibly, there's a good chance they'll approve your request. Now here's a crucial point. Getting a credit limit increase doesn't give you a free pass to go out and spend more money. In fact, it's even more important to be disciplined with your spending when you have higher credit limits. Remember, the goal here is to improve your credit utilization and boost your credit score. So use those higher credit limits responsibly and continue to pay your balances on time and in full whenever possible. Chapter 4. Check your credit report and fix any mistakes. Alright, let's move on to our final tip, which is to check your credit report regularly and dispute any errors you find. This is something that everyone should be doing, regardless of their credit score. Why? Because errors on your credit report can drag down your score and make it harder to get approved for loans, credit cards, and even apartments. Think of your credit report as a financial report card. It contains detailed information about your credit history, including your credit accounts, payment history, outstanding debts, and any public records like bankruptcies or judgments. The three major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, are responsible for compiling and maintaining these reports. Now here's the thing. Mistakes happen. Sometimes creditors might accidentally report incorrect information to the credit bureaus. Or there could be fraudulent activity on your account that's showing up on your report. That's why it's crucial to review your credit report regularly and look for any discrepancies. The good news is that you're entitled to a free copy of your credit report from each of the three major credit bureaus once a year. You can request your reports online at annualcreditreport.com. I recommend staggering your requests throughout the year so you can keep an eye on your credit more frequently. For example, you could request your Equifax report in January, your Experian report in May, and your TransUnion report in September. Once you have your reports, take some time to review them carefully. Look for any accounts that you don't recognize, incorrect balances, late payments that you know you made on time, or any other inaccurate information. If you find any errors, don't panic. You can dispute them directly with the credit bureau that issued the report. Each bureau has its own online dispute process, which is usually pretty straightforward. You'll need to provide some documentation to support your claim, such as a credit card statement or a letter from the creditor verifying the error. So there you have it. 4 easy yet powerful tips to help you boost your credit score by 2025. Remember, everyone's credit situation is different, so there's no magic formula that guarantees a specific score increase. But by implementing these strategies and staying consistent with your efforts, you'll be well on your way to building excellent credit. Start implementing these tips today and watch your credit score soar. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. With that, you are ahead of 90% of most people in America. Here is the bonus tip that we promise. You need to hear this if you're struggling with your credit score. Pay your bills on time. Late payments can lower your score and limit your financial opportunities. Set reminders or automate payments to stay on track. It's that simple. If you have any suggestions for financial literacy topics for our next video, please leave a comment. The information in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and is not intended as financial advice. We are not financial advisors, and the content should not be construed as professional financial advice. Always seek the advice of a qualified financial advisor or other professional regarding your specific financial situation. The use of any information provided in this video is solely at your own risk. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment for more Money Smart Basics videos.